Hey YouTube, the acquisition of Team Sources here for the tournament report. Well, I guess this tournament was a little bit better, but haven't had much success still. I really thought I'd do well with gadgets and I just didn't. I've just had like the worst luck ever. I didn't get paired against Jude. I never drew certain cards when I needed them, and I didn't draw anything I sided in. That was fucking bullshit. Like, this is the worst my gadgets have ever done in a tournament. Depending on how the fourth and final round would have gone. So yeah, I'm starting to really not like Sprites, considering that it's in OTK territory. But like I said, I had the means to counter Sprites. I did have the outs, but I never fucking drew them. And, well, Storming Mirror Force would have saved me if it wasn't for fucking Cosmic Cyclone. Yeah, it was just annoying. Well, it does seem like a good idea to make Spright go first, but with what I sided in, I needed to go first just so I could see the sided cards, see the outs, and just stop them in their tracks. If you're wondering what I did side in, I might as well tell you. It was Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, because there's a lot of darks in the main deck. Evenly Matched, which I picked up off Ben. Now, this is not a card that I usually play, or would want to play, but I'm making an exception only for tournament games. And of course, the other side option was Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Because I did pick up Gigantic Spright, because yeah, the plan was to banish every single copy of Gigantic Spright so that it can't ruin me, and well, just use Evenly to clear the board, like if I survived, and just use Shadow Mirror to basically try and stop Shawn playing. But of course I didn't, like I said, I just didn't draw anything I sided in. But at least I got to play, kind of. But I did have a chance to do some stuff in that match, and against Giorgio, yeah, the Masters 8 champion. Yeah. Again, big congrats to him for winning that event, and I felt privileged to get paired against him, even though we played each other many times before. So yeah, he was on Unchained, his winning deck. I don't encounter this very much, but yeah, I wasn't expecting the adventure package, not gonna lie. So the plan was to bait a negate from the adventure token, which I managed, but then my other plays got stopped. I didn't know Wave Caesar negated monster effects. Now, to be fair, that's not a card I see every day, but yeah, it just threw me off, and I just had no plays. And I did set up a good board in game one, but it just got picked apart, and yeah, he had game, and again I didn't draw anything I sided in. I didn't side in as much this time. I thought I'd be fine with Evenly Matched, didn't fucking draw it though. By that point I was thinking, well, there's no chance I'm going to get paired against Jude now. So yeah, I was just annoyed, miserable, just considering just giving up on this conquest and just not bothering with tournaments anymore. Then of course things picked up, although I got pitted against Cyber Dragons, played by Gary, someone I'd never met before, a really nice guy. And I knew he was playing Cyber Dragons because I did glance at one of his games after one of mine finished. I was like, oh no, not Cyber Dragons. I don't want to deal with Infinity. Although surprisingly it only showed up once, but I'll get to that later. Yeah, I drew some weird hands to start off with. So a tin goldfish and no other level 4s in both games 1 and 2. And couldn't really do much game 1. But at least game 2 I was able to last longer, and Mirror Force, Nibiru, and Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, and good old Marshmallow saved my arse. And so did Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. It was very handy that I had that in the extra deck, along with Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, because I was running Cyber Dragon, just 2 copies in the deck, and you know, it is a machine deck, so it does make sense playing Fortress, and obviously Mega Fleet, in case I run into any shenanigans where monsters go in the extra monster zone. Yeah, Fortress was a lifesaver. In one of the games I was thinking, and it helped get around Inspector Border and Cyber Eternity Dragon. I was a bit hesitant to drop Fortress at first. I was thinking, shall I make a rank 4, or shall I just make Fortress? On one hand, I did want to save the Fortress just in case Infinity did hit the board. But at the same time, I was worried that he'd stop whatever rank 4 I would bring out. And I wanted to leave him with no monsters on board, so maybe I was a bit hesitant, but it did work out, thankfully, and at least I was able to recycle it with Jar of Avarice. And I just managed to get the win, and then, yeah, Game 3 was just funny. It was the absolute highlight. When he ended with Almirage and Infinity, I was originally thinking, I need to find a way to bait and negate. So I was thinking of using Monster Reborn to try and bring back one of his Cyber Dragons, in the attempt to do the Fortress player back again and see if he'd negate it, and then use Change of Heart to steal Infinity and attack and make Zeus, but then what I came up with was even better. So I just contact fused them away, and made Mega Fleets. That was so awesome. I think that's the first time I ever did that to someone, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I then went Monster Reborn, brought back Infinity, and then attacked and dropped Limiter Removal for game. And the reason why I took Infinity instead of something else was, well, I did it because I was worried that he might survive. I mean, I don't know how he would have done, but in case he did have something which made him lost another turn, I didn't want him to use Nashta to bring Cyber Dragon Infinity back, so I wanted to deny him that play. But then again, it didn't matter if I had the cards to end the game right there and then. So yeah, I finally won a tournament match at last. I wish I could have stayed and played out the rest of it, but rather annoyingly I had to go and give my next opponent, Billsy, the win, because the last bus home was at 9:30 and there was no one available to give me a lift home. So yeah, that's something I might have to start doing, which is annoying. And it does make me wonder whether or not my gadgets would have beaten Tournament Pearly. I'd like to think it would have had a chance, and yeah, if I did get a win, then it would have increased my chances of qualifying for this invitational thing. But I guess we'll never know. It's very frustrating. So yeah, still not great, but at least I finally won a match. So yeah, Gadgets will just have to try their luck in a Raw Rumble, although I can't remember if they even won one, but I don't know for sure. So I have an idea of which deck to use next time, and hopefully next time I'll win more games and get paired against him, Jude that is, because come on, I just want to play against Jude. Is that too much to ask? So yeah, I don't know where I finished, probably last, or maybe second last, I don't know, I'll find out later. And yeah, and as you can tell from the thumbnail, I did decide to buy this year's collectible tin. I wasn't going to originally, but I figured, well, because it's a cool product and it is celebrating Yu-Gi-Oh's 25th anniversary, while I'm celebrating 20 years since I got into the game, it wouldn't be right if I didn't open it. Even though there's nothing I want from the Mega Packs, I'm just hoping I get Dark Magician. I mean, can I at least pull the quarter-century Secret Rare Dark Magician? Can I at least have one thing go my way tonight? Pretty please? I deserve it after all the pain and suffering that I suffered. No, I guess not. I got Enlightenment Paladin. Cool card, but it's not one of the more iconic cards. Story of my life. Nothing ever goes my way lately. But yeah, maybe the pools will make up for it. So it does look like there are some cards from Power of the Elements in here, and it was originally thought that we weren't going to get any. I am doing it like this just because it's easier. disgusting Scareclaw card. And another one. They can fuck right off. Oh, and we've got a super rare Smile Potion. Oh, is there only one super rare? Oh, fair enough. And I've got Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy. That's a great one to get. What's this? Amazoness Spiritualist. And Scareclaw Rise Heart and Runic Fountain. Yeet and yeet. Because fuck you, both Runics and Scareclaw. I might as well show you the rest of the cards. Well, at least I got some very good secret rares. So I can't complain too much. I just really hate Scareclaws and Runics, especially Runics. They need to die in a fire. I hope they do on the next ban list. It's a Libromancer card. Is this an X-Saber card? No, this way. When your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand, negate the activation, then if they have any cards in their hand, you can discard one card from their hand of their choice. That would be a great way to stop something like Ash Blossom. Shame it's a trap though, and doesn't really do anything going first. Where's the super rare? Oh, here we are. I don't know how you say that. Oh, look, the cards that messed me up earlier. Kind of. Ooh, Ultimate Fusion, ultra rare. Nice. And what's with all the Scareclaw stuff? Fuck off. And a Kashtira Unicorn. I'll tell you what though, even though I hate all the secret rares, they're so good. It's a great trade bait. Ooh, a common Melfi Staring Contest. Oh. Alright, last pack. So yeah, all the secret rares, plus Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy and Wandering Griffin Rider have definitely made this tin worth it. I will say that. Sales back. Oh wait, that's a super rare. Yeah, what have we got here? Dynamorphia Domain. This thing. Oh, I saw a fusion. What's this? Exosister Pax and Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. That's cool. Oh, and this guy as well. Well, there we are. That was pretty good. I would have preferred the Dark Magician promo though. But still, it's nice that we have promos again. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully I'll do better in the next tournament. Catch you later.